Hey, what's up everybody? It's Nathan Hance with Enhanced Fishing, and today's technique of the week is the drop shot. Come on. The drop shot, another soft plastic presentation. Like I said in last week's technique of the week video, probably my number 2 behind the wacky rig, coming right in front of the Texas rig most of the time. Like I said, sometimes they'll flip-flop back and forth. Guys, the drop shot is something that I read about when I was younger. I heard about, I knew about it, and I never fished it for years and years. I never fished it. I was actually, the first time, and this is straight honesty here, the first time that I ever fished a drop shot was when I was 18 years old, fishing a FLW tournament, what's now referred to as the Toyota Series, on the California Delta. And the pro that I was practicing with was like, oh, you're definitely gonna need a drop shot. And I'm like, oh man, I've never fished a drop shot. It was a scary moment. He really helped me out, hooked me up, showed me how to do it. And I got out there, and guys, in that tournament, I caught my PB, little over 5 pounds, in a tournament, 5-pounder. I didn't do well in the tournament, don't get me wrong, but I got a 5-pounder fishing behind a pro on a drop shot on the California Delta, and that was a great experience. And because of that, I have this love for the drop shot that will never leave. Now, I have yet to beat that PB, so I'm hoping that can happen maybe at some point in 2020 before the year's over, or 2021. That's okay. I know we're gonna get above that 5-pound hump. It's just a matter of when. I can't wait to do it. So that's kind of my experience with the drop shot. Ever since I started using it, ever since I caught that PB, ever since I've been there, I have used it. I do love it. It can be frustrating. People refer to it sometimes as the dink catcher. It does. There's times where it produces a lot of dinks, and that's okay. I'm catching fish. I enjoy that because I've caught dinks on it, and like I said, I've caught my PB on it. So let's jump right into looking at what we need for this. So 3 things you're gonna need for the drop shot rig. You're gonna need some sort of hook. This is the one that I've got. This is a 1/0 or a 2/0. This is actually an offset worm hook. I use this hook. I use this hook all year actually. This not this specific hook, but those are the hooks that I used for drop shotting this year, and I was super successful with it. Did great all year. Haven't had any issues. The next thing you're going to need is you're going to need some sort of drop shot weight. So this is the cylinder drop shot weight. This one is made by Torrent Lure Company, hand poured in Georgia. Great company. Love their baits, love their jigs and their weights. I can get all my drop shot weights from Derek over there at Torrent Lure Company, which is awesome. So you're gonna want something like this. Like I said, this is the cylinder one. They make companies make like a teardrop one. There's the ball one, all kinds of different. You just want some sort of weight that you can use. And the third thing is gonna be your soft plastic. It's a soft plastic presentation, so we're gonna need a soft plastic. So this is a Robo Worm. I'm not gonna lie, guys. This is the primary color I use whenever I drop shot. It doesn't matter where I go. I always use this, and I always catch fish on it. So, like I said, that's a Robo Worm that I'm using. But let's jump right into how to do this. So this one's a little different in the sense of how to do it. People do this differently. I'm gonna show you guys one of the ways to do it. The way that I sometimes do it. It depends on what type of hook I'm using and what type of weight that I'm using. So this hook, as you see, this hook needs to be tied on. This is this hook's gonna have to be tied on. They do have hooks that come with the same type of top like this. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you literally take the line in, and I'll just show you guys real quick. You take the line, you slide it through the little eyelet, and then you just pull it up, and it cinches it in place. And what that does, it makes it to where it'll pull away. Like if you get caught up on something, you're not going to lose everything. It's just going to pull away. You're going to lose that weight, but you're not going to lose your entire setup. So either way, you're going to need to tie on your hook, because even the hooks that have the pull away, they're only on the bottom for the weight. So you're going to need to tie on your hook. So again, everybody knows I'm a Palomar knot, especially with the drop shot, and I'll show you why. So you tie this on. I'm going to, my leader might end up being a little long to start with, but we can trim that up. So you always wet your line, guys, or at least you should. All right, so as you can see, my hook is tied on, and we are not going to cut the tag end on this. Let me fix this rod so it stops hitting me in the face. We're gonna actually use the tag end on this. So for this one, part of the reason I like the Palomar knot, as you can see, it's sitting this way, but when you pull down, look at how this hook pops up. Watch the hook, it pops up, it pops up. That can be really good and helpful for hook and fish. And I've seen a lot of success with hook and fish on a drop shot, like I said. So now you have this tag end, this extra length down here, and this is where the drop shot's gonna come in. So this is maybe a foot, we'll call it a foot, tag end here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this tag end and I slide it through the eyelet on that, and I put my weight here at the bottom. So now let's reel this up a little bit. So we have our hook tied up here between our weight and the top of our rod. That's gonna sit just like that. This weight's gonna go to the bottom. It's gonna keep your worm up. So now we have to look at, okay, what's this last step? Always the last step is adding our soft plastic. So it's gonna get me right in the face the whole time. So how do you put a soft plastic on for a drop shot? Well, there's all kinds of different ways. You can do what's called nosing it. You just go through the nose and out like this, and that's gonna, this little bait's gonna swim around and do different things. You can actually even, if we go through, if you watched a couple videos ago, we learned the first technique of the week video. We talked about and we learned the Texas rig. You can actually Texas rig, or at least on the hook that I'm using right now, I can Texas rig up my worm for my drop shot. So it's really whatever you want to do. Again, like I've said with all of these presentations, experiment with them, try different things, see what you like, see what works for you. So how do you fish this? This is another one that, like I've said, experiment, but you're gonna cast this out. I fish this all kinds of different places, but really through a lot of toolies and stuff, especially out on the Delta. And you throw it out and you just kind of pop it, you drag your weight here, drag your weight on the bottom, and it just kind of works. That worm stays above that weight, so it kind of stays above the grass or whatever there is, and you're working it back, and fish just love it. Fish love the drop shot. Again, maybe not as much as the wacky rig, but fish love the drop shot. So experiment with it, try different things, fish it different ways, use different leader lengths. If you're fishing a really grassy area, maybe you need a shorter leader, maybe you need a longer leader, who knows? But just experiment, do different things, try them out. Let me know what works below, drop it in the comments. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. get out there, tight lines, catch a big one, and I hope this enhanced your fishing experience.